Hi everyone. Welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie. Happy to see you here. Yeah, like the words say right there, kdmoonchild's world. Katie! Welcome. Hi Sharon Sipe. Good to see you all. I hope you're having a good week so far this week. Been pretty quiet for me so far, but that's because I'm doing everything I can to kind of stay quiet. Hi, Janet P. Good to see you, darling. Been trying to kind of keep my presence quiet to the outside world. It's not like I'm hiding, because I'm not. I'm doing all kinds of stuff in the yard, and you notice nails are gone again. Gardening is back. So yeah. I've been focused on a lot of things this week. Got a lot of new ideas for the channel too. And one of them is to start this particular show out with a card reading from the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. I'm bringing the goddess back into my practice. She's front and center. We need her. Here's our nurturer, y'all. And so there's so many goddesses for so many different things that, yeah. So I thought I would pull some cards. And I already pulled them. Sorry. I was messing around with this and pulled some for me. One card that I got for me had to do with this channel. And I just point blank said, Spirit, this is your channel. Where are we going with this in the next year? Because next week is my 1-year anniversary. By the way, if you will leave a comment in Saturday's Solutions, starting with a green heart, signifying you have a green heart. Hi, Jenny. I will be giving away a free reading. Now I want you to know the honor of this free reading. This will be my first full-on free reading for anyone. Okay? Because I am going to start doing personal readings, I believe twice a week. I am working on the website. Won't have it ready by next week, but I will have it ready by fall. I'm shooting for fall for a lot of different things, and personal readings is one of them. And this particular show is going to change up a little bit, and it's because I got this card today. This is the card Saravasti. She's the Hindu god of the arts, of course. Yeah, right? So the card at the bottom says, express yourself through creative activities. I will do card readings on this show. That part is not going to change. But I also plan on doing more art demonstrations, maybe some free classes. Like you want to learn how to do alcohol paints? We'll decide a time, like a particular month that you want to do that, and we'll take all the Wednesdays of that month. We'll buy the same, if you try to buy the same products to all work with, and let's do an alcohol ink class. Teach you how to do alcohol ink. Demonstrations as well. I've talked about that I'm an artist. You all have seen my paintings. But you know what? Those could all be paintings that I bought from somebody else. You haven't seen me do it. You haven't seen that piece of chalk in my hand and what I do with it. This is the new direction of my channel, spiritual art. And it's been calling to me for probably 5 years now. I've got some amazing paintings in my head that are just screaming to get out. So when I got that card, I thought, well, you know what? That card basically is telling us all to be creative, because I keep getting that in my card readings. Oh my gosh. So many. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, so many times do I keep getting, we've got to be creative. And then I keep hearing the resistance from the collective that doesn't realize every single one of you are creative just as much as me who paints or sings or does music or does, reads cards. You all have that. You limit yourself because you use this one word. I think I'm going to ban it from my channel. Can't. Every time you say, I can't, you're telling the universe, don't send that to me because I don't know what to do with it. Is that what you want? Or would you like to learn something that you always thought you weren't capable of doing? Because believe you me, if the will is there, we're capable. We'll do this. You are creative and I can prove it. Balance your checkbook. Not everybody does. But if you balance your checkbook and maybe you're off somewhere and you're trying to find out my bank account, where is it? Where is it? Where is it that I'm off? With me, it was usually because I transpose the numbers. But now, since people don't really do balance their checking account because who writes checks anymore? But that's just a for instance. When you go searching for that place where you're off, whether it's transposing numbers or you forgot an entry in your bookkeeping, when you find that, just the search alone, let alone finding it, is a creative process because you're having to use new thought patterns that make you think, now wait, maybe did I go here? It's like setting your keys down. I can't find my damn keys. Where the hell are my car keys? So you walk through the house trying to figure out, retracing your steps. All the while it was a fairy, but hey, hiding them from you. Anyway, I digress, being silly. You're being creative. My point is we're all creative. If you're surviving and you're progressing and you're working on making yourselves better, you're being extremely creative. You don't have to put paint on a piece of paper or canvas. You don't have to play an instrument. Shoot, sing to your heart's content to the radio. Who cares what that person in that car next to you really thinks? Smile at them and wink and sing a little louder. Although if you wink, they might follow you. Although they can't see what my mouth is doing. Because number one, I don't own a car and I wouldn't be sitting next to somebody singing. But I wear a mask. Even in my own car, even in a car alone, I wear a mask. I got in a habit of finding comfort there. And it was way before COVID. It was when I had cancer, y'all. You have chemotherapy. You don't want to go out and about in public much, especially right directly after you've had your chemotherapy infusion. You have to wear a mask or you can get sick and die from stupid stuff like the common cold. So when they said I had to wear a mask, it's like, oh, okay. I got to buy some more, but okay, I can do that. Oh, Jenny, how exciting. I have known women that have done that and they loved it. But that was, before all the stress of COVID and everything. But being a traveling nurse I think would be very rewarding, especially if you could get into a company that does it internationally. Myself personally, I always thought I was a veterinary assistant, okay, or veterinary technician. Um, you start as an assistant. I always wanted to do something like Doctors Without Borders or get involved in a local organization that drives across the border and rescues street dogs down in Mexico. Something like that. Um, and I'm thinking that's calling to me too. Calling to me big time. Anything that has to do with animals is where I need to be. So I think that's a wonderful idea. So anyway, this card inspired me to pull more cards for you guys. So I pulled 5. And this card is saying we're going to find our creativity. You can focus on it. You will find it. Yeah, the money is nice. The places you get to live that they have for you, because they have temporary, apartments and things like that. Yeah, every nurse I've known that has done that has loved every minute of it. They've loved meeting new people. And I think they like the idea that because they get to move on. This is me when I used to work a lot for temporary services as a secretary for many years after I, was quit working full time. I'd go sign up for Kelly Services or one of those and just work as a receptionist or a personal assistant for somebody as a secretary. And it was always a blast because the job was going to end. You knew it was going to end and you were going to move on to something else that was new. And it was always fun because you got to meet new people. You got to your job didn't get boring because it was kind of like once a week was your first day. I know that can be stressful if you're not used to it, but I'm pretty adaptive. I love that kind of change. So, yeah, works good for. That's so cool, Jenny. Yes, we'll pull a card for you, my dear. I'm going to star ya if if you like. I mean, I'm not going to force you. Anyway, what we're being told is the goddess sees. She's telling us in our creativity, we need to focus on being quiet. Take some quiet time alone to reset. Meditate and then contemplate. So if you are yeah, you're setting out on a new adventure that's creative, right? This is for all of us. All of us are everything that we knew before has changed. Including and especially us. So we have to contemplate, what is it we want of our future? This renaissance that's coming, what do we want from it? Us personally, in our hearts, deepest recesses of our hearts, what do you want? And what do you want? The next card is the goddess Diana. Yeah. Goddess of war. She's telling us in that quiet time, we'll find that intention that we need to focus on. That's a warrior woman, y'all. I know I just said no politics, but I'm telling you right now, this card is telling us, ladies, pick up your arms. If that's your mouth, your throat, your heart, your physical awareness, or even just your prayers. Ladies, it's bonding time. It's time we stand up for each other and stop competing with each other. I don't know about you guys. I'm not a competitive person. If you want to compete with me, you win. I don't got to be the winner. I don't care. That's just me. So obviously, I'm not an athletics person either. I don't even watch this stuff. I like to watch basketball sometimes, but it doesn't matter to me who wins. I like to watch the actual game itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have skin in who is whatever. So, anyway, at the bottom of this card, it says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. So, in that quiet time, you figure out what you need to focus on. Focus on it, and it's yours. It is yours. Then you can, Ain says, take that leap of faith. Look at her. She's not just leaping, she's diving. But look what's guiding her. That light up above her. The clouds have cleared. She's had her created. She's being creative. She's focused in her intention because she spent quiet time actually figuring it out. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. This goes to you, Jenny. Take a risk, girl. I don't know you personally, but everything, I got goosebumps all over me telling me, I think you would really love being a traveling nurse. Do that for 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year. You're so needed, darling. Oh, so needed. Next card. I pulled 5. Is Green Tara. Now, you want to take that leap of faith, but yet there's a lot that you've got to do to focus on, right? Focus your intention on. Green Tara is telling you to start delegating. Ask people to help you. If you if you're wanting to research and find out the truth of something, you need to know more information. Information is hitting me hard. I'm hearing, maybe it's because tomorrow, the J6 stuff that's going tomorrow night. Hi, Keith. Good to see you, Geek Hillbilly. Yeah. Ask others, including yourself, to help you instead of trying to do everything all by yourself. In this community, it's way bigger than you realize because it's the whole universe. It's all of us humans, all of us, all the critters out there, big, small, microscopic. It is aliens, what we call aliens, our friends that live on other planets. They're all around us to help us if we ask for help. And when you ask for help, you get it. You know why? Maat. And I love her. She's the Egyptian goddess of fairness. Look at all around her. There's the Ark of the Covenant, the peace dove. She's holding the scales of justice and balance. She's got an angel feather on her head. Look at that. There's 2 doves of peace, 3 doves of peace. And at the bottom, the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So if anything that's holding you back is what's going on in the country, politically, culturally, all that, because it's such a turmoil, this card is telling you, you can't control it. You can't do anything about it. So don't focus so much on that. Focus on past that. Focus on what it is you desperately want. Me, I want fairness. I want Mott. I want the United States, Canada, and Mexico, Central America, and South America to all act as one entity that uplifts and holds each other in their diverse cultures. Oh my gosh. North and South America that's connected with Latin America. You guys, what we have here is amazing. Culturally, uh, the earth, culturally, what you have in nature in that. I mean, I'm just thinking about Yucatan Peninsula, Costa Rica, Belize. Just think about that. If we opened those borders up and worked fairly with each other. Now we all need to get our stuff together first, but I really do believe that one of these days that's how it's going to be. I might not be in our lifetime. And yeah, I saw something I was listening. Who was I listening to the other day? It was Denise and Lisa. That's who it was. And they were all, you know what? Contact, send emails, send letters, call them, tell your congresspeople you've had enough. Get the hell to work or you're fired. And I was like, yeah. So I'm going to start doing that. And that includes you too, Kirsten Sinema, one of my senators. You're sitting at home recovering from yesterday. It was hot running the forklift. Yeah, at the food program. Glad I brought an ice-filled cooler of drinks. At least I made it to the bedroom when I got home. Oh, darling, I so understand you, Keith. You know what? Thank you. Thank you for doing that work because up until March, I was a recipient of that food. So thank God for the food bank gang. And I don't need it anymore. That's the biggest blessing is I don't have to go there anymore. I can give that food to somebody else who needs it way more than I do. Oh my goodness. You know what happened to me this week? Last Wednesday, after I shut this down, I went outside to go check my mail. And there's a box on my front walkway. Hi, Stony Baker, my man. Hi, Marie Hansen. Good to see you. Hey, I got Kirsten Sinema. Yeah, your two senators are jackasses too. Yeah. I've decided, you know what? I'm going to troll them. We all know what trolls are and how they affect us. Although, you end up with your ass in jail if you get too carried away. But you know what? My next door neighbor got mad at me over my dead trees, right? And it could be because yeah. Anyway, I stood up to her and told her off, basically. Shouldn't have done that because then she started calling the zoning department every single day about my trees. She trolled the zoning department. Hello, senators. Hello, Congress people. What are you going to do if all your voters and constituents that you're supposed to be listening to that you're not paying any attention to, what are you going to do if they all like inundate you, raid you like a troll raid, only millions of us hit you all at once? Does that sound like fun? I think we ought to pick a day. And as citizens of the United States, say, get to work or get out. And we control them like crazy doing that. I think that would be so much fun. This might be something I'll work on. I would love to plan something like this before the midterms. Absolutely. I've always wanted to learn how to run a forklift. Anything that steers from behind blows my mind. You gotta, because I would be, anyway, I'd be hitting everything with the back of that thing. Well, you know what though, Stoney? Your filter's broke. Marie Hanson. Oh, hey, I got you there, girlfriend. Hoo-wee. When Kirsten Cinema point blank says to a constituent at Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix, who's trying to ask her questions about why she's voted the way she's voted, and she's like, "Don't touch me." And while she's talking to a Republican friend, funny, she doesn't have a mask on, but Republican friend does. The person asking her questions is wearing a mask. And you know what she finally tells the lady? "I don't have to answer any of your questions. You don't contribute enough." And she walked off. I've seen her give speeches at like the Rotary Club, Chamber of Commerce. Any of you business folks want to contact me? Contact my office. I'll be glad to talk to you personally. So no, every time somebody tells me to call my senator, I laugh. It's like, my senator is Kirsten Cinema. Personally, actually, though, really, technically, my actual senator is Mark Kelly. And yeah, I'll go beat the pavement to get him reelected. So, but that's only because I've talked to the man personally. We go to the same podiatrist, and I've talked to him in the elevator and stuff. So, hi, Lisa Foster, my dear. Yeah, yeah, he has. You got a computer generated voice that sounds like you're pleading. That one, I'd like to have that. I want one that sounds like my voice is cracking and I'm gonna cry if you don't do what I'm gonna say. Yes, our taxes pay them. And hey, just like any other job, you don't do the job. You goofing around, you watching the internet. How many of you guys have had jobs where if you're caught online looking at YouTube or something, you're fired instantly? Man, have I had them kind of jobs. Of course, I was a computer programmer. And there's reasons why I would be watching that stuff. But yeah. No, I'm tired. You know what? The number one, I think the most important thing probably we could change in the whole system, maybe I wish we had that like the UK and Canada and Australia and those guys have, that vote of no confidence. That's, you're fired, gang. We want a special election because you ain't doing your job. I have no confidence in you as my leader. Get out. And I really wish we had that in this country. Hi, Gypsy JJ. Good to see you. Thank you for reminding everybody to leave a thumbs up. Good to see you guys. Yeah. So anyway, who wants a card besides Jenny? How exciting. We're going to find out how card for Jenny and her new job. Let's see. What deck should we use? Gosh, it's confusing. I only got 20 of them here to choose from. Okay. The Lovely Oracle deck by our lovely friend Lilac Lantern. You want a card too, Geek Hillbilly? Cool. You need some encouragement? Well, that's what you come to this channel for. I give it out. I give that freely. I know how that feels. You do that, Stony. You commence sweetie. Hey, by the way, what Harley told me to do to my little baby plants. Oh boy, they're praying today. They are so happy. Their hands, their leaves are just doing this today. So thank you, Harley. Sherry wants a card. Lisa Foster wants a card. Cool. My goodness. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No kidding. Okay, Jenny. Oh, Jenny. Jenny. I think you need to talk to that company. Ride high on life, dear. You got an opportunity for somebody to pay you to travel and help people. I want you to know that's my dream job. You can work really hard at it and you work long hours, but I bet you, oh, how exciting. Just so you know, if you weren't here earlier, Jenny is talking to a company about working as a traveling nurse. Hey, Jeff Bailey, good to see you, Poetic Justice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. Ride the high life, girl. Do it. This card is saying, go, do it. Because, darling, carte postale. I'm sorry, Ron. I'm not pronouncing that right, Ron, Unconditional Tarot, because I don't speak French like you. I don't speak French at all. But distance might be just what you need, girl. Wow. That's so exciting, Jenny. How fun. How fun. Who is next? Sherry? Oh, Geek Hillbilly, you need some encouragement too. Let's see. Now, this is kind of a girly deck, but you know what? Yeah, hi, Wendy. Welcome. Yeah, this is kind of oh, yes. It's kind of a girly deck, but it's all about self-care. This is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. You need some self-care, my friend Keith. You need some self-care. Oh, you're so welcome, Jenny. Those are awesome cards, girl. How exciting for you. Ooh. Keep me informed how it goes, okay? Tell me. I'll be dying to know. I've got goosebumps all the way down to my knees. Hi, Mama Bear. How are you, my dear? Oh, good. Yes. Well, we all love Geek Hillbilly. I don't know. When you were gone Was that last year? Those months you were gone? People were like, where is he? I hope he's okay. So many people asked about you. So, cards. Hi, Sherry Voices from the... Well, that one just jumped right out. Oh, this is good. Do you meditate, my friend? Because this is telling you you need to meditate and do some chanting. Even if it's, I will, you don't have to say om or anything, just hum. You do hum and vibrate it right here. That's your third eye. If you can hum and make that vibrate, it will make you lightheaded. It will also kind of change your perspective. And then just go in a megahertz where you feel it buzzing right there. Oh, Sherry, no, this is for Geek Hillbilly. I think. Isn't that who I said was next? Yes, because he needs encouragement. Then it's you, Sherry. Then Lisa. So yeah, Geek Hillbilly. The other thing, get creative. I know you do a lot with computers and stuff. Try doing some creativity with a pen and a paper or some paints. Get your fingers dirty. Get your hands in the mess. Here we go with creative art. My God, that was... Hello. That's the new direction my channel is going. That was the first card I pulled today. Was this one, the arts. And I gave a big old talk about being creative. So, dude, get in your creative mode. And last card, you need to clear your energy field. Do some deep breathing. Pull out your crystals. Get a selenite. Black tourmaline, black onyx. To help rebalance this. To clear that energy field. You'll be more refreshed. And ready to hit the day tomorrow. Also, dude, remember, tomorrow is another day. It's not a guarantee. So it's a blessing. And the first two blessings you have every morning. You open your left eye and you open your right eye. Third blessing is, oh my God, I can see. Just start the little details that are really actually huge. Oh, yes. Mama Bear's telling everybody hi. She's on her cell phone, so it's hard to tag everybody. Anyway, I got a new crystal. This is a geode. It's the inside of a geode because it's all the whole bunch of little crystals all on the outside. It's azurite. And the light blue, greenish blue, and green in it, so I can get a little closer, is malachite. So it's a malachite azurite geode. Very grounding. Great for your throat chakra, your heart chakra. That's why I got it, is because this is for this right in between here. I should be wearing it right there, actually. Yes, exactly. Well, I imagine having COVID kind of did that for you, Sherry. Sherry says she's always grateful she can breathe in the morning when she's awake. Does that give you a little bit of encouragement, I hope? Oh, thank you. Gypsy. I have two addictions in this world. Cards, number 1. Jewelry, number 2. Yeah. Well, I'm a silversmith, so I make a lot of jewelry as well. In the past, when I was younger, had more energy, didn't have fibromyalgia, and could handle the heat. Yeah, I made a lot of jewelry in the past for people. It's fun. Yeah, those are my two addictions. And as Tarot Stash would say, I'm declaring them. Oh, cataract surgery, Marie Hansen. Ooh, I need that. I have cataract in this eye. And I am very, 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 very blessed. Now, this is going to really sound like I'm a lunatic. Universe gave me fibromyalgia when I was 42 years old. And I proceeded to apply and apply and apply and apply and apply for Social Security disability. I got turned down 3 times and I didn't give up. I finally got an attorney, which is basically what they want you to do. They want you to prove you're not a fraud. Even though your doctors sign documents and yeah, they just want to see how hard you'll fight for it. So these conservatives who say that all you got to do is just go sign on the dotted line and get your check to get Social Security disability. I got news for them. I want to see them try and get it. If you don't have a really visible disability, like one that puts you in bed, you got to fight for it. So, but I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. I live in a state that my Medicaid perfectly balances Medicare. I've been on Medicare since 2003. Um, so my insurance, I would give anything in the world if everyone had my health insurance. And I do mean everyone in the world. It's wonderful. Yeah. 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 And my attorney that I got smart. I just heard he was really good. I didn't know anything about him until I went to his office and met him. He's a quadriplegic in a wheelchair, and that's all he does. He's very well known here in Tucson. That's all he does is Social Security disability claims. Plays golf with the judge. And I didn't know what. The universe led me there. Oh, yeah, the attorneys. Well, who designed the system, Lisa? Stop and think about it. Who do we mainly elect into the system? Attorneys, attorneys, attorneys. Yeah, you've got a physical disability and they turned your ass down. That's bullshit. Sorry. Sorry. I try and hard to watch the potty mouth. But yeah, the how hard it is to get. If your doctor says you cannot work, that should be all it takes. How many of us pay our doctors off, huh? Stop and think about that. $120 for a 15-minute visit. Come on. Yeah. Oh, of course, it's always who you know. That's why they tell you to network, folks. Yes, there's also laws. Don't ever go to an injury lawyer to get Social Security disability because there's laws. They can only charge you a certain amount, period, for their fee. You go to an injury attorney, injury lawyer, ambulance chaser, they're going to charge. They too have that law. They can only collect like $2,500, $2,600 in fees. However, their expenses is a whole wide open book. Well, gee, Yeah. I was smart on that area because I started working with the secretary. It was like, what paperwork do you need? And I'd go to my doctor and get it, and take it to her. I got the paperwork stuff they needed. They didn't have to request anything. I got copies of everything. So they couldn't charge me $20 for a damn photocopy of something. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's ways. I'm tough on that though. These people work for you. Treat them like they work for you. Act like a boss. Don't act like you're their employee. It's like doctors. I go to see a doctor for the first time. I'm interviewing them for a job. They're trying to figure out what's wrong with me. I'm interviewing them for a job because it's their job to keep me alive. That's the most important job I'm ever going to hire someone for. You don't match up with my requirements, and that includes spiritual and your bedside manner. I'm on to the next doctor. I'll get another opinion. I'll fire you. I don't care. You got that attitude of I'm the doctor, you do what I say. You hadn't heard your mama swear until Trump was elected? I love it. Yeah. Yeah, my mama never swore either till I started swearing. And the only swear word she started using all the time was shit. That's nothing. We all do that. So, yes, next is Sherry needs her card. I'm sure she's probably wanting to go to work. Not really, but I'm sure she probably needs to. Sherry, you needing some inspiration too, my dear? Oh, bless his heart. I would say my suggestion is get a Social Security attorney and they'll help him. They should be able to help him. They actually, does he get disability from the military? Because if he already gets disability from the military, that also may help him get Social Security disability. I don't know for sure, but it's worth checking into. Hazard Northeast is in the Richard Marx song of 30 years ago. A Richard Marx fan. I love it, Jeff. I like Richard Marx. It's been a while. He doesn't. Well, he might want to try with the VA first. If he can get disability from the military, I can tell you what, there's going to be more than Social Security is. I'll tell you what, that ain't shit. Unless you pay a lot in it, don't pay. It does not pay you according to what you pay in. Oh, yes. Thank you, Gypsy. Yes. Yeah, I've got a list of channels that I recommend that I watch. Most of them you know. Okay, Sherry. I like this first card, Sherry. Oh, that's bullshit. Sounds like he does need a disability attorney. Okay, Sherry, I got 3 good cards for you. It's also from the Sacred Self-Care deck. It's in my hand. First card, it's an 8 card. It's telling you to look at your accomplishments. And it's also telling you need to do more with your hands. I don't know if that's, here we are back at the art and creativity. Wow, I oh. What do you need to ask me, Jenny? What? Oh yeah. My mother, I found out just about a week before my mother passed away. When my dad passed away, 14 years she could have been collecting money from the VA as for survivor benefits, and we had no idea. And then she passed away too. But yeah, here we go. Use your hands. Do something, even if it's cook some dirty rice, girlfriend. Do something that you normally wouldn't do with your hands. Go get some air dry clay and make a bowl. You're teaching yourself how to grow plants. That's doing something with your hands. Notice my hands and the shape they're in. Gardening. Do something with your hands. There you go. And then you got that sweet little Minu, that sweet little kitty. This is telling you spend time with your animals. Just you and them. You and your dog and your cat. That kitty is so cute. Henri Sassy Pants. I love it. Spend time with the animals. You spend a lot of time with people and around a lot of talking, even if it's because I know you're on all these chats, you're watching all these cards, you're at work. Pull that in and go hang out with the animals. And every single morning, start your day with positive affirmations about your self-worth. I am beautiful. I am strong. I am loving. I am a child of God. I am a beautiful creation of this universe. I am connected to every life in this universe. The more you do that, as I'm doing that to you and telling you this, I get goosebumps. I feel them everywhere. So it's like, well, with me, it's my Kundalini energy. It's spinning around me. And the more I talk about how much I love myself, I know we're taught not to do that, to the point where we're hard on ourselves. We pick on ourselves. We're derogatory to ourselves. No one else out there knows what you know about you. No one else out there knows your heart and how truly big it is. Because no one else out there knows the arrows and the spears and those little things that have punctured that heart. It makes you want to like put up a wall. Don't do it. Don't do it. Those spears and things, they're little lessons for you. They hurt when they hit, but they will become something other than what you think they are. Somebody does something that hurts your feelings, says something that hurts your feelings. It's devastating when it happens. But you sleep on it for a day or two, and it becomes not so important. Hey, Kathy G, good to see you. It doesn't hurt so bad. And as time goes by, just kind of you forget about it. Kind of like the news cycle. Think about how many daggers and spears and swords have been thrown at us. in the last 6 years in just the news cycle. We're surviving it all. Mainly, we keep remembering. By the time we hear about it in the news cycle, it already happened. And it didn't hurt us. Yeah, it already happened. Whoa, my computer screen. That was weird. Okay, Lisa Foster needs a card. You laugh at yourself too much, Stony? Oh my goodness. I love that because, like I was telling Sheila last week, Celtic Tarot Sheila last week on Lightworkers Roundtable, I'm my favorite comedian. I screw up in the stupidest ways, like stepping in cat puke, slipping, falling. I mean, both feet went up in the air and landing on the corner of a side table, a table I'm never near. It's in a hallway. Why that corner? Because I needed to laugh. Well, that's not what I did, but I mean, now I'm laughing about it. I'm just saying, it is stupid stuff like that. And my cats are looking at me like, what the hell's the matter with you? While I'm trying to catch my breath because the wind got knocked out of me. And finally, all I could think of was to yell. So I went, fuck, at the top of my lungs. Got my breath back. But, oh, God, that hurt. I realized, oh, you broke your ribs. Oh, and so I got up, took 2 steps, fell back down again because I hadn't really caught my breath. Oh, finally made it to my bed and I laid down. And then I proceeded to call my next door neighbor and say, I think I need to go to the emergency room. I just fell and I think I broke a rib. Well, I've broken 2. But yeah, after that, all I could do was like giggle at myself. Yeah, LOL was, I had to get the breath back. So it's like, I couldn't suck it in. So it was like, fuck, just as loud as I could. And I have a big mouth. Yeah, it carries. It echoes the neighborhood. Yeah. I'm fine now. That was 4th of July last year. It was the 3rd of July, the night before the 4th. Instead of saying timber. I hit hard enough. It didn't break the table. It should have broken the table because it's one of those tables that only has legs in the back so that the front can fit like over a cushion or a chair. It didn't break the damn table. Broke my ribs, but it didn't break the table. Hey, hi, Viviani. Yeah. Like I say, I'm my biggest, klutz. I've always been a klutz. Yeah. Never could be a dancer. I dance. I don't dance with my feet. I dance with my butt. I dance with my hips and the rest of my body. The feet don't have any fancy moves because I try the fancy moves, I'll fall. I'll fall down. Okay, and we need a card for Lisa. Oh, Lisa Foster. Yeah. Hey, who needs George Carlin when you got Katie stumbling and falling around on cat puke? I did find out I don't bounce. And I don't know why. The universe likes to show me that from time to time. You scream like a little girl when startled. It's so embarrassing. I'm just picturing that, Stony. Sorry. Stony, the javelin thrower, the power lifter, squealing like a girl when he gets embarrassed. When you get startled. I love it. Dude, I'm not too worried about your manhood. I love it. I love it. That's so funny. Jill Foster. Let's see. What card's a good card for Jill? Angels and ancestors. Shake that groove thing. Yeah. Hey, you ought to see me on these mornings when I'm just after I do the card of the day that I do every morning on Instagram. You can kind of picture yourself now. Picture me after I post, and I post all the little memes. I post those afterwards, and then my story. I got my Raycons in, and I've meditated, and then I'm going to meditate again. But in the meantime, I'm out here wiggling and dancing and moving my hips and just being all kinds of having a good time. Every morning. That's how I start my day. That's how I keep my vibes high. Even though some mornings I wake up with a knot in my stomach and I can't figure out where it's coming from. And it's usually because something big is going to happen. Today I woke up in a really quiet mood. Can't tell. But, oh yeah, I woke up in a quiet mood today. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of interesting. Okay. Card for Lisa Foster. Ooh, we've already done an hour. Lisa Foster. Ooh, Lisa. Oh, I love this card too. It's such a pretty card. You get the lady card. Enjoy growth and reap the rewards. I know you've been trying some new stuff too in your life. Woohoo! This is so cool. Because I'm looking at her. And you look at, of course, inside the apple's that 5-star. You know, sacred. That right there, you all guys, that's a fractal. That is sacred geometry. Like behind her, see there behind the tree? Once again, these cards incorporate that in a lot. These cards are written by Kyle Gray, and he just had this week 3-part seminar on raising your vibrations on Hay House. If you can get, because he did it also, I think, last month. If you can, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. I got another card for you, Lisa. It's the Trader. When you're feeling tired, because I know you're doing a lot, exchange your energy. This is all a part of being creative, is when we connect to each other, when we connect to the collective. Too many. When we connect to the collective and to each other, that's where you can get that last ounce of energy that you didn't think you had to do what it is that's calling you to do. So reach out to us, girl. We're here for you. One more. And you have the air guardian telling you to shift your perspective. You guys, this is all of us. Shift your perspective. Now I'm sounding like one of the minions. How am I sounding like one of the minions, dude? By connecting to the energy of the collective? I guess you'll have to explain yourself, Keith. I don't understand. But what this is, she's telling you, telling us all, it's all in our perceptions. Are you having a tough day? What made your day tough? When did it start? Because that's when your perception was set. Yeah, Trader's a cutie, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Gypsy. And look, he's got his hand over his heart. Be careful, though, with the trader. He's a salesman. But this one is telling you in the air, breathe and shift your perceptions. We can shift our perception. It's just, first thing you have to do is tell your ego, okay, stop. Stop. I need to regroup. Breathe. And you guys were talking about meditating, how difficult it is for you. I want you to understand. Well, I got to ask you, those of you, that card was for Lisa Foster, but it's for anybody that it fits, Mama Bear. Change your perspective. Oh, the cuck sound. Is that what you're talking about, Keith? I love it. Yeah. Yeah, hemostats, twizzers and scissors. Hey, Marie Hansen, those do cost money. I have a lot of those. Oh, I love it. Yes. That card is a beautiful card. She's a beautiful woman. I've worked with this deck for over a year now, and I've never pulled this card. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Look at her eyes. I guess I identify with her. I'm an air sign, so, and this card's about the air guardian. And Lisa, this is for you too. Earth Mother's telling you to feel loved and comforted because of all that you do with your animals, Lisa. All that work, that rescue work that you do with animals, with the dogs and the cats and stuff. Gaia's thanking you in this card. She's thanking you because you're there. You're a Gemini, see? Oh man, these cards are definitely for you, my dear. But yeah, Gaia's thanking you for what you do. For those small voices. Thank you. You had over 300 stitches, 100 in your head alone. Wait, whoa, what'd I miss? Roach clip heaven? Hold it. I missed a part of the conversation there, Stony. You and Marie are having fun. Go for it. I love it. Yeah. Well, Stony, girls for, yeah, he's a licensed grower, you guys, so he knows his stuff. Oh, there'd be more inside showing than outside. Dude, you're a silly, silly man. Oh. Oh yeah, Radio Shack. Absolutely. Dude, I used to make, you guys talking about making roach clips. Okay, we're in our 60s, the three of us. Keith, Stony, and I, right? I used to make them, only I like, oh, mine were made with really fancy feathers and stuff. I'd go to the craft store and then I'd buy a hide from like one of those Oriental roosters, pheasants. They got the bright yellow feathers around their head and all these real pretty colors. And I made roach clips, and I took my mom's button box. She had a bunch of buttons that odd buttons that didn't match, and I'd pick out the great big coat buttons. And then I would take feathers and glue in a pattern around it and chunks of turquoise, put in the center. That's back in the day with the cowboy hats and you had the feather emblem crap in the front, right? Well, I made refrigerator magnets for those things, but they were much smaller. I mean, they were refrigerator magnet size, not hat size. But yeah. Oh, I would wear my roach clip in my hair back here because all you'd see was the pretty peacock feather or whatever feather I'd make it with. Lisa, you're 61? Oh, that's cool. You don't look it in your avatar. That's cool. You're thinking about helping at the Humane Society. You know what? I think that's a great idea. Especially as much as you love those cats, dude. Except you're going to be like me. You're going to want to take them all home. I know you. Yep. Geek and Stony and I are exactly the same age. You guys, we're all 364. I think I got you beat. I turned 64 in February. And Stony was in May. When was your birthday, Keith? Wasn't it right around April, I thought? I'm trying to remember because I remember everybody telling you happy birthday. I need to write that stuff down. I've never been good at it. Will the warden still feed you? Yes. May. So you and Stony are the same month. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm older than you guys. Just by a couple months. I love it. This is wonderful. This is so fun. So I am just like the ticker saying across there. Second hour is to chat about whatever your concerns are. You guys want to just vent? You want to talk? What do you think? When I say no politics, I mean like we don't need to rag on people in here. But if you want to complain about a situation and come up with a solution, with the intention of coming up with a solution in here, I'm all for it. So, yes, Taurus rocks. Well, yeah. Really? I volunteered for an animal rehabber for a year here in town, and I loved it. I worked with everything except the raptors and raccoons, mainly because raccoons carry a disease that if it doesn't kill you, will make you go blind here. And it's in their fecal. Besides rabies, raccoons are bad for rabies. So she would never let me. Raccoons are mean. They'll rip you a new asshole so quick. You have a new pet squirrel named Nibbles. Yeah, he does. The squirrel comes and hangs out on his patio, even though he has cats. I love it. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. I just totally short-circuited. I know what my problem is. You're a Leo sun and moon and a Libra rising. Wow. Yeah, you are strong. Marie Hansen, that's cool. I'm an Aquarius sun, Gemini rising, and a Leo moon. So I'm all air. But I like to talk. But I'm not afraid of attention. That's kind of how I look at it. Ona told me that she could tell I had that Leo moon because I have long hair. But if she would have known me just before COVID, my hair was only 6 inches long all over and platinum blonde. So you got too many Trumpers as neighbors as it is. They're definitely qualified as an ID 10T problem. Write it down and you'll get it. Geek, I live in Arizona. We won't go there. Possums are cool. Possums are really awesome. Don't ever want to get bit by one, though. Oh my gosh, they got a mouthful of razor blades. You think a cat? Ooh, cat bites are bad. I've been bit by a wild cat. Uh, had to have the rabies series because of it. But when I was a veterinary tech, it was a barn cat that was coming in to get its shots. Had never had shots yet. And I reached in to grab the cat, and the cat grabbed me. When I pulled my hand out, the cat had a hold of was hanging from my finger. And then it took off across the room. Yeah. And they caught the cat and sent me to the emergency room for shots, to get checked out and to have shots. And that poor kitty died, you guys, because they had to test it for rabies. Because it bit me. That made me feel really bad. Cat only came in for shots. You know, it's just a mouser in a barn. And because of my stupidity, I reached in, wasn't paying attention, and it bit me. And its reward for biting me was dying to be tested for rabies, because you know the only way they can test for rabies is in the brain. So they have to put the animal down so that they can take slices of the brain. Nah, I love possums. Possums are fun. We don't have them here. Had them in Oregon, though, when I lived up there. I do have raccoons. I've got a raccoon here that is, I swear, he's about the size of a pit bull. He's huge. My neighbor couldn't figure out what he was first time he saw him. Well, I'm saying him because it's a big one. I'm assuming it's a male. Let me tell you, when it gets on my roof, you hear it. He's huge. Last time I saw it, though, it's been a while. I haven't seen him in about a year. The last time I saw it, it had mange really bad. So it's probably not alive anymore. The wild critters don't survive mange very well. You saw a possum get hit by a semi-truck? Eh! Stony. Yuck. Oh. Yeah, that would be horrible. There's 5 pounds of possum in my headlights tonight. Oh, I love it. You know, if I go there, though, and I click on it. Oh, but hey, I can click on it if I click on it in my phone, though. I'm still going to do it. The legend, in 1993, a legend was born. 5 pounds of possum, terrible hollow, by Tim White. I will post that for you guys. Looks good. It looks good, dude. Oh, fun. I will post that for you guys. That's good. Yes, ma'am. Because they have to slice the brain. So, yeah. And more often than not, they do not have rabies. But when you got an animal that's acting extremely weird and aggressive, acts, here they'll foam at the mouth because they're thirsty. We have rabies bad here, though. Because of the warm weather, we've got more critters, we've got pests, everybody thinks Arizona is nothing but sand. I know of at least 2 or 3 kinds of aphids out there. We've got different kinds of leaf miners. I'm just talking about in the plants. let alone the critters. On Instagram, I posted a black widow that was kept shooting a web across my walkway on my patio, and I have to walk through there. So I finally got her, got my can of Raid. I don't like using poison like that, but hey, not a black widow, thank you. She's been aggressive. Oh, really? What have you been doing to make her aggressive, mister? But, you guys, Warden is his wife, and don't kid yourself. He adores her. For those of you who know Suzanne and Wayne Rich, they're like Stoney and Warden. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, half bull mastiff, half pit bull. She was huge, I'm sure. Very protective and saved his life when he fell asleep with a cigarette on the sofa. Wow, she pulled him out. Yeah. We used to have a bull mastiff. Actually, no, it was an English mastiff. When I was the veterinary technician. And half pit bull. Wasn't pit bull, half, so it was half mastiff, half Roddy. Woo. Yeah. That's a strong dog. Yeah. Yeah, this dog was pure 100% English mastiff, and he weighed 160 pounds. And he wasn't tall. He was just, I mean, his legs were like bigger around than my arm. Big dog, man. His head was like that across. And I would talk about what's it like I'd ask him, what's it like to live with an animal like that, with that much power, that size? He says, yeah, you live with them. They don't live with you. You live with them. He says, I'll be watching TV, and if I'm not paying attention to him when he wants to go outside, he'll just come and grab me by the leg and pull me off the couch. It's like, okie dokie. Wow, 300 plus. I could see that. Yeah, that mix. Wow. That's a good dog. You rescued a baby possum Thursday morning. Chances are it just got separated from mommy. And when you let it go out in the trees, I'm glad you only touched it by the tail. Because first of all, it would have bit you. Second of all, letting it go out in the trees I think, was the smart thing to do. Because that's where mom and everybody else would be. How do I live with a 20-pound cat? I'm surprised you can't hear him. He's laying here moaning. He's 27 pounds, first of all. Here, let me see if... Excuse this if it makes a lot of noise as I move it. I don't know if you can hear him. Can you hear him? That's a sleeping 27-pound kitty. He zonked. You used to have two 20-pound cats? Domestic medium hair and a Siamese lynx mix. Ooh. Oh, I'm sure. Oh my God. When these guys were kittens and they chase each other around the living room, my living room I don't have carpet here. I've got, wood floors and tile and that kind of stuff. They would hit the different chairs and the sofa as they're chasing each other around the room and literally move my furniture. Yes, yes, you have a Russian blue. That's what Albert is, a Russian blue. He's beautiful too. Meow. Russian blues are really nice kitties too. Oh, baby groundhogs. I would love to have a baby groundhog. Well, you notice how my backdrop just moved? Cat woke up and jumped over on the bed and kind of bumped the backdrop. He landed on the bed and jiggled the bed and moved my backdrop. That's my big boy. We used to have a cat, a feral cat here in this neighborhood, and everybody called him Fluff Daddy because he's this big, orange, long-haired Maine Coon. He was huge, and he just disappeared. I think somebody took him because he was a beautiful cat. He was very feral. So if they took him with a live trap because there was no way, unless you had a welder suit on with the gloves and everything, that you were going to grab that cat. Baby groundhogs are cool, but you know what? Baby groundhogs, well, a couple of years ago, you know what they carried? Well, I guess it was about 5 years ago. That horrible thing they tried to say it was going to be our next pandemic that didn't go through. Monkeypox. Prairie dogs have monkeypox. So, did you have smallpox booster? I know Stony, and chances are Stony and Keith and I did because of our age, and Lisa. You know, monkeypox isn't a problem for you. If you have had chickenpox, it wasn't supposed to be a problem for you either. So, oh, let's get everybody all scared so then they won't be scared about COVID anymore. Groundhog pox, yeah. I think they would be really cool for a pet. But I love rabbits, and actually, I have a friend here who's been waiting to be able to get to Tucson to pick up her baby bunny that she bought. It's a Welsh rabbit. And I can't wait to see this rabbit. Yeah, there's a lady here in Tucson that raises Welsh rabbits. So I'm real excited because I want one. Can you imagine a rabbit the size of my Maine Coon cat? Welsh rabbits, that's that big dude, that great big rabbit. So, chicken pox. I had chicken pox when I was a little girl. That reminds me, I need to talk to my doctor. I need to get the shingles shot since I'm in that prime age, you know. Mother Nature has a pet rabbit named Bugs. Mother Nature's cool. I wish Mother Nature would come over here. I keep trying to get her to come over here and read with me. She reads cards. And she keeps going, yeah, okay, let's set up a time. And that's as far as we get. So, hey, why not? I think it would be a lot of fun. This week on the Lightworkers Roundtable should be a great time. There's Mosshole. Yay! Did you get a notification finally? You're listening on your way home. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad you're listening. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here, my friend. Yeah, Mother Nature's awesome. This week on the Lightworkers Roundtable, I'm thinking, what was I talking about? This week on the Lightworkers Roundtable, I have the healing medium, Kevin, is coming. Should be a fun conversation. He's a lot of fun. Anyway, so talk about a man with a lot of insight. Oh boy. Yeah, he's a medium. So, like, he talks to dead people and, oh, he's fascinating. Should be a really good one. And the following week is a special one that I'm not going to say anything more about. Yeah, Kevin's great. The following week is, you guys will be really, it's going to be fun. Next week, going to have 3 live streams in a row. I'm going to do Wednesday, like always. Then I'll do the Lightworkers Roundtable with my very special guest. And I'm not going to tell you who it is right now. And no, it's not Linda G. I wish. I'll get her one of these days. She's just got to stop being staying busy. What was I saying? Oh, I have 3 live streams in a row because I'm going to have a live stream with a panel. You're all invited. It's my 1-year anniversary show, Friday the 30th. And I'm thinking about doing it like at 4:30 in the afternoon so that it's not too late for people like the East Coast folks. And any of the East Coast card readers that might want to pop in or whatever, if any of them do. I just thought, and I thought also that night I will do a giveaway for a free reading. So, yeah, see, we've got several people right here from the East Coast. So 4:30 isn't too bad for you guys. That's not like the 5 o'clock, which, by the way, tomorrow I am starting Lightworkers Roundtable at 4:30. Scheduling issues with Kevin, so 4:30 worked out best for him. So just so you guys know, Lightworkers Roundtable is a half hour earlier tomorrow than normal. So for your first anniversary towards the end of August, working out the logistics now. Your first anniversary as a channel, Sherry? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. You're curious about outdoor growing in Kentucky. That's supposed to be one of the best states in the country to grow marijuana. Oh, sure. What I thought I would do is I'm just going to put it out as a video inviting everybody. And if you're interested, send me an email. And then that way I can, on that night, I'll just send you the link. Then you can pop in, pop out for however long you want, whatever. And then invite you all, please. Everybody in the chat, you're all invited. I would love to see Stony and Mosshole and Harley and Nikki. You guys, please come join me. Be on my panel too. There you go, buddy. You two can become buddies. Mosshole Grower and Keith. There you go. I love it. You posted your first video on August 28th, 2021. Well, my first video was Saturday Solutions, and it was July 31st, 2021. And I don't want to do a video on that day. So we're going to celebrate it the day before on the 30th. Oh, okay. Beginning of the hurricane vlog you did for the week. Trying to remember which hurricane that was. But yeah, I remember that. Yes, Harley and Nikki. Will you come on my panel if Harley and Nikki come on with you, Stony? I know last week you said you were like, oh, I'm no good in panels. Yes, you are. Because I do my panels a little different than how you do them. Okay? They're a little more organized. Well, as much as you can be when you have like 6 or 9 people in here. And I'm not using the free StreamYard, so I can put more than 9, 10 people in here with me. So I think it sounds like a lot of fun. I think it'd be, oh, hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah. It's your wedding anniversary? You would have been married 39 years this year. Bless you, honey. A long time. I can't imagine living with another person that long. I made it 10 years when I was married. But hey, you want to talk about a marriage that tested every aspect of you. You want to try growing next to some apple trees in an apple orchard because they get about the same size and shape. Huh. You can do that in Oregon. I've seen pot plants with stems this big around in Oregon, tall as your house. But that was in Southern Oregon, and I mean so far south that just you're on the border, and just across the border from you is the redwoods, which Mossel, anybody that's a marijuana grower that's known anything about it for any distance, that's the Emerald Triangle. And for, God, 40 years, the best has come out of that part of California. So, Northern California, Humboldt County. Yeah, that's a place you got to be real careful going off the trail when you go backpacking because you can lose your head really quick. You get blowed off. You've been a widow for 21 years. Bless your heart. And how many people tell you need to find a good man? Why haven't you found another man? I used to have a cousin that would tell me that all the time when I was, in between boyfriends or whatever. You need to find a rich man. I'd be like, why do I need a rich man? Like yours? She's married to a man who owns a repossession. He repossesses properties, uh, yachts, tour buses, jets, that kind of stuff. So he has a lot of money, and he's always taking her on trips to Europe and China. And she was so pissed off when he wanted to go to China. What the hell do I want to go see China for? They're our enemy. And I'm like, yeah, let's go through your house, lady, and see how many things in your house are made in China. Why wouldn't you want to go see a culture that is that old? It's something new. It's something different. Shows you what she was like. Bitching because her husband wants to take her on a 2-week trip to China. And then she's telling me I need to find a rich man. But she's miserable with her rich man. I have a hard time manifesting money because I don't know how to match that energy. All I care about is having enough money to pay my bills, have what I need to eat, and if somebody needs something and I can give them some money, I will. That's all I care. I don't want to be rich, have acres of land and a big fancy house and all the cars. And why? Well, you know what, Sherry? That's not unusual. Why you wouldn't get married again is because you had the love of your life. You're not looking. That's, I haven't had the love of my life yet, but I'm not necessarily looking either. I've talked about twin flames and all that stuff. And sure, I would love to get together with my twin flame, my other half. But, it's okay. This spiritual journey I've chosen is kind of a solitary one, and a lot of men wouldn't understand that I have obligations to so many people and that might come before them. And that's kind of tricky, you know? Especially now that I'm kind of leaning more and more and more towards the shamanic way and the shamanic walk and the shamanic journey. And that can be a very, very solitary one. And that's okay with me. I have one brother who is 17 years older than I am. We were not raised together. So pretty much I've been an only child all my life. I've lived in very fibromyalgia moments, sorry. All I can think of is the word desperate, and it's not desperate. Desolate, thank you. I've lived in some really desolate and remote places when I was a little kid, where I was the only kid that had to learn to play all by myself, entertain myself. So it's kind of fitting that I would choose a spiritual path that is one of solitude, that is one of being very personally connected to nature. That's really all I have ever known till I moved to the city of Tucson. That's one good way to burn your lips, burn your lungs, dude. Hey, you know what? Keith, I will be the first one to tell you, don't trust women for the most part, darling. I don't get me wrong. I love women. I love men. I'm not a sisterhood girl. I want to be. God knows I want to be, but women are too much competition with each other. I've been, like you're talking about, you've been backstabbed and screwed over by women. Me too. That's why I hang out with guys for the most part. Even as a little girl, I didn't like playing Barbies and baby dolls. I would rather go play with Tonka trucks and matchbox cars, Tonka trucks, my bicycle, making a fort in a tree. Nah, I'm not a girly girl. You're talking to somebody. I was raised in the National Park Service. I was raised where people call hiking. That was my average play day. It's like I've hiked 11 miles of the Pacific Crest Trail. Just, yeah, I find home and sanctuary. Yeah, Tonka trucks rocked. I love the big yellow dump truck, the one that has the cab on the one side and the back of the truck was the other side and the back of the dump truck. Yeah. See, I was into my trucks. Oh, sweetie. Oh, Sherry, I could do a whole show on that. Redheaded stepchild, huh? As a kid, you always wondered what was wrong with you. Let me tell you, my whole life, I have felt like I have been uh, an observer and not a participant in life because people are so different than I am. People think so differently. And I went through years of counseling and all that because I thought it was me, that there was something wrong with me. I'm different because I'm different and it's cool. But because I was so all into that religious stuff, I couldn't see that. I could only see that everybody else touched and could connect and in ways that it really did feel like I would be watching a movie and not really being a participant in my jobs, in my personal life. I'd go to a bar and I'm a people watcher. So I observe, I watch people. I'm a writer, that kind of goes with being a people watcher. But yeah, I've always been that girl that was on the outside looking in. In high school, I was bullied. Oh, the football players made me cry. This could be why I have issues with athletics too. The football players, when I was in high school, used to make me cry every single day just because I walked down the hallway. Because I had braces, I wore glasses, and I was 20 pounds overweight. They should have saw me back in 2008 when I weighed 262 pounds. Then they would have had a right. No, they didn't. They never have a right to bully anybody. But I'm just saying, yeah, they messed me up big time. That messed me up for a long time. Then my mom and dad decided, well, you know what? She's going to college in the same town, but she needs to get out on her own. So they put me in the dorm. I wasn't that far away from home. I could always run home, do my laundry. If I was hungry for a home cooked meal, I could go home, eat mom's cooking. But in the same time, I found out how weird people think and how different people are. And yeah, this is the smartest thing they ever did. Kick her out. I didn't really get kicked out because my dad was paying for the college and he was paying for my dorm room. Hey, yeah, let's do this. Did you? I would have loved to have known you in high school, Stony. I would have fallen in love with you in high school. Oh, there was this particular group of guys that were just horrible. And they were the guys that, when they would get when they get one of the girls' virginity, they'd go spread it all over school. Well, same guys. Two of the three of them aren't even alive anymore. They overdosed. They overdosed on drugs. Oh, Jenny! Oh, and the timing, babe. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, honey, I got goosebumps. My arms everywhere. Oh, wow, that makes my day. I know it makes yours. We just did a reading on this. Oh, I'm so excited for you. This is really, really cool. Oh, sweetie, breathe. Mm. You were the only kid that had no handicap in preschool? That's cool. In a way, I was blessed that way. I never looked at like the kids in special ed and stuff. I never looked at them as any different than anybody else because I had a first cousin with cerebral palsy. And most people couldn't even understand her when she talked. She never walked in her life. Her hands were like this all the time. She couldn't feed herself. She couldn't dress herself. She was like this. And but I could understand her when she talked. I would argue with her. I would get mad at her. Nobody else in the family, man. Everybody else in the family felt sorry for her and they babied her. And she was like 20 years older than me. And so she was from that era of, oh, you're handicapped. You poor thing. Instead of being handy-capable like people are now. So she and I always butt heads. Especially after I started dating a quadriplegic. And she met him. That was the thing. And he wouldn't have anything to do with her. He was so angry. He was so angry when he met her because she expected everyone to wipe her ass for her. And if he couldn't get into, if his wheelchair couldn't fit in the bathroom, he'd throw himself on the ground and scoot in there. He did not let anybody do anything for him if he could keep from it. And his hands didn't work. I mean, hers didn't either, but his was from a car accident. She was born that way. She was just spoiled rotten. Spoiled rotten. And let me tell you, all the aunts and uncles, if you did something to make her mad, you not only get it from your mom and dad, you'd get it from all your aunts and uncles too. Yeah. So that's how much times have changed. Big time. You worked at a MHMR living center for 18 years, Marie? That's wonderful. That, bless your heart. Taking care of other people like that is, like I say at the end of every Like Workers Roundtable. As a matter of fact, let me grab it. I can grab the quote. There's nothing. Let me get the quote right because it's a beautiful quote. Shine your light and make a positive impact on the world. There is nothing so honorable as helping improve the lives of others. So, Geek, today, Keith, all that work you did today, it made you really tired. It made you feel like you just, there's no more hope. You changed a lot of lives. You had a huge impact on those lives. Thank you. That alone should give you some inspiration to go back. And I know you'll go back because you do this and you've been doing this for years. You were thrown out of your home. Oh, wow, at 13. Dude, I'm so sorry you went through that. I love who you are, though. And you wouldn't be who you are without that. You're such a cool dude. What you do for people, man. I love it. And you're law enforcement in here talking about the weed in Kentucky, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love my moon dancers. You guys are such wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you so much. You know, we're at a hour and 52 minutes. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. Can I pull a card for anyone else? Or I'll pull a card from my video from yesterday. The Therapets deck for everybody. This deck is big. It's hard to hold on to shuffle. But the sentiments are wonderful. And like I said in my review of this deck yesterday, I will be using it a lot in here because they're all uplifting. Therapet, 64 emotional support animal cards. And all of us in here, we all love our animals, so. Spirit, what are you going to tell us from our animals? What do they want us to know? Our beloved, unconditionally loved companions. Wow, that shuffle didn't even work. I love it when you shuffle and you can't scooch the cards together. There we go. Tell us. Give us a message from our beloved pets. Oh my goodness. Sometimes it feels like the horrible feeling will never end. It's important to hold on and wait it out because it never lasts. What a beautiful, I don't know if that's a cat or a fox. Hey, we got some months that are going to be hard. And, but hang in there, you guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I know, I'm like you too. How long are we supposed to wait? But you notice, those wands, that 8 of Wands, sure been coming up a lot in everybody's readings. And they're coming in fast. Information is coming at us so quick. You know, Keith, I only had one failed marriage. Hey, there's Dali. Good to see you. Hey, you guys, go over to Wolfgirl Oracle. Dali, you also know her as Rachel. In here, my sweet friend Rachel, she just started a new channel. Please go over there, check her out, give her some love and a subscription. Please subscribe. She's got exciting stuff planned, and she's funny, she's uplifting, and she's going to teach us some things in some areas that we really haven't had anybody in our community that is all up on it. And actually, she started talking about that last night on Tarot Living with Manasa. Yes, Tarot Living with Manasa. She was talking about the Norse traditions and northern ways. She's Odin and all of that, Ragnarok and Thor and Loki, and a little bit different than Marvel's version. So yeah, her channel's cool. This should be really a lot of fun. Her totem animal is the wolf. So hence Wolf Girl. So yeah. So you guys go check her out. You all know her. You all know her. So yeah. I am so glad you finally made it. I'm glad. How's your mom, darling? I hope it all went well in the new hospital. And that she is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm sure in this new hospital, they're going to figure out what's going on with her heart. Oh, you guys send her love and light and healing to her mom, Nancy. Yeah, she's having some heart issues that are kind of scary. So she was looking great. Yeah, see? They'll get her medications all straightened out, and she will probably feel better than she has in a really long time. And I'm saying this from experience of my own mother, who was 97, and my mother lived with congestive heart failure for 25 years because of the care of an excellent cardiologist. He's like top 3 in the country. Here in Tucson. He's from yeah, he's from South Africa, as a matter of fact. She was told by a different doctor before she started seeing this cardiologist that she was only going to live 3 to 5 years. He kept her alive another 20 on top. And it wasn't but like the last 5 years. So she's like 90, I believe, when they finally put in a pacemaker. And boy, did that make a difference. So if they recommend your mom get a pacemaker with a defibrillator, it's something that's kind of weird to get used to at first, because if your heartbeat gets out of whack and that defibrillator fires, it's a little bit of a shock. I didn't mean that. It's a little bit of a jolt. A bolt. God, Katie. So bad. Oh, good grief. Oh. You're not laughing. You know what, Geek? You are in a community, my friend Geek Hillbilly, of people who care about you so much. You have no idea. When you were gone last year, I'm serious. I wasn't kidding earlier when I said everybody was. Where is Geek Hillbilly? Have you even Black and Orange? Autumn was going, where is Geek Hillbilly? Has anybody seen or heard from him? People were seriously worried about you. So, yeah, you're old. So am I. We're the same age. I'm older than you, dude. So, hey, I don't want to hear that age shit because you're discriminating against yourself. Now, if you decide you don't want to have a relationship with a woman, hey, look at me. I'm looking for my twin flame, but I'm not going out and dating. I refuse to do the dating thing anymore. If I don't meet him, I don't meet him. And that's okay because I've had the bad relationships. I've had excellent, wonderful relationships. And I walked away from the good relationships and chose the bad ones. So I can't blame it all on them because it was my choice that picked them. Just saying. Trying to help that, turn that thought around, that perspective around. It takes two to tango, darling. And yeah, women will marry you for all kinds of reasons that are for all the wrong reasons. Men do that too. So people just get married for the wrong reasons. I personally will never get married again. Don't plan on it, don't want it. Doesn't mean I won't commit to somebody to the day I die and live with them and take care of them in their falling apart time. I've already done that. I took care of both of my parents in their 90s to the days they died. So, you know, it anymore, it's hard to find that person. And if you can't find that person, you have to be okay with that. And when you're lonely, you kind of got to look in. The only person that you got to look at to figure out why you're lonely is yourself. Yeah, bar hopping. Nope, not my scene either. I did that in my 20s. Got raped. Bar hopping's not my thing. I won't join a dating site. There's a new dating site, by the way. I saw it as an ad on YouTube, I believe. It was either YouTube or Instagram. Spiritual dating for people like us. You don't think we won't get targeted in a place like that? Wow. Yeah, we all just tarot hop now. Hey, you know, going from one reader to the next is fun until everybody's reading on the same questions. I don't need to hear that over and over again. You give me an answer, I'll hear it once. I am really one question I'm really tired of everyone asking in all the chats. And I'm not saying everyone asks it. You get asked. The question I'm tired of getting asked a lot with the readers, especially the political readers, is Donald Trump gonna run for office in 2024? I'm sick of that question. Sick of that question. What do you think? Of course he's going to announce he's going to run. That's how he makes his money, y'all. But he can't do it too soon, because if he does it too soon, then that means it puts him in the oversight for campaign funds, and they'll watch how he spends the money. So he can't announce it now. He will, though. He will. And so he announces it. The majority of the country does not follow him anymore. So why is everybody so afraid of him running for office? Is it because it's going to get his base all fired up again? Well, hey, that could be the whole point of announcing it. That way they'll give him his money. They'll just keep giving until they don't have any money left to give. And then they'll take out loans, I think, to give that man money. I don't understand. I don't follow anybody that blindly, but then I don't like Kool-Aid. We're all human beings. We're all capable of making gigantic mistakes. Some of us make those mistakes intentionally, and some of those make lessons and not mistakes. What I mean by that is, instead of making a lot of mistakes in your life, you look at them as, I created a lesson there for myself. Yes, I understand that. Loneliness is isolation too, dude. I'm the same way. Uh, hey, if I was in Kentucky, dude, I'd go hang with you. We could have fun with computers together. We'd have a good time. Um, yeah. No, he doesn't intend on ever being president again. That's too much work. All he cared about it for was the money he could get, how he could grift. And that's all it'll ever be until he's gone. And I mean, ascended, transformed, passed away. Kool-Aid. Yeah, I actually want to know the truth. I wasn't allowed to drink Kool-Aid when I was a little girl. My mother never bought it. And that was back in the days when Kool-Aid only came, you couldn't get the artificially sugared or the prepackaged Kool-Aid. You put like 3 freaking cups of sugar when you made a pitcher of Kool-Aid. So my mother wouldn't allow me to have it. Well, we lived so far away from town, um, getting cavities and that kind of stuff. You just don't do stuff like that. You're smart. When it's 72 miles to town and you only go to town every 2 weeks on payday, and that's usually Saturday, not a weekday. Yeah. Well, you know what? I live in the center of town, Keith. I live right smack in the center of Tucson, Arizona. There's over 2 million people in this city. And I'm just like you. My connection to society and living people, boink. And I love you all. I love you all because you're choosing to spend time with me. And I couldn't think of a better honor. I can't think of a greater honor. Your time is valuable. And I appreciate you all. I never had problems with law enforcement until recently. And I have not always been a law-abiding citizen. Always best to go with a U.S. supplier. question. Have you guys been seeing, and then I'm going to need to quit. We're out over 2 hours. Have you guys been seeing a lot of, have a good one, Sherry. I love you, honey. Hugs and kisses, sweetie pie. Have a good day. Yeah. Have you guys been seeing all the ads? I don't know if you have YouTube Premium or whatever for solar, free solar on YouTube. They're inundating us here in Arizona with them. I checked on it. It's a clearinghouse of solar companies, solar installation companies. Yes, the federal government does have a special program. They're trying to get everyone to go solar. But they're starting with people with good credit and people who can afford to pay their utility bills. Pisses me off. They need to start with the people who need free electricity. The ones who can't afford to pay their electric bill without taking food off of their table. But yeah, I called, and then now, oh my God, 8:30 every morning. It's a different freaking phone number, but it's some local somewhere in the next 3 counties solar installation company trying to get me to get that solar package to them. So, so I don't even answer the phone anymore unless it says who it is. If you guys tried to call me and I didn't have your phone number, or you didn't text me first, I won't answer the phone. So I'm going to be getting a Google phone number. That way, if you guys need to call me or you want to call me or whatever, you can. I am trying to be more accessible, but still maintain a modicum of privacy. Just because I've had such scary experiences in the past with YouTube with trolls and a stalker. I don't want to go down that road again. And I do have, you will be calling me. You better be calling me because you have my number. No. And they're still, yeah. I have subscribers to this channel that when sometimes they show up in here, they take my breath away because I'm going, ooh, don't cause any trouble, please. But I've noticed they're showing up less and less. I've also been doing this with my subscriber count. I'll go up 2 and I'll come back 1. And I'll get that 1 back. And then I'll go down 3 and I'll come back 2. Then I'll gain 1. I did that with 111 subscribers for 3 months. 111, 109, 111, 109, 113. Oh, goody. I finally, 111, 110. It just drove me crazy. So my advice to you, if you are starting a new YouTube channel, ignore your analytics. Ignore them till you start getting more subscribers. It's hard not to look. And at first, it's exciting when you don't think you're going to get 10 people. Oh my gosh, I got another subscriber. Yeah. It's fun to have a small channel. I like having my small channel because it's intimate. You know, we can talk like this. I don't have a whole bunch of people that the chat's going that I can't even read 3/4 of what's in there. So I miss everything. I don't want that. That's not what this channel's for. This channel is for you guys. This channel is to help you, to uplift you, and bring you inspiration, beauty, sparkle, and all that other stuff. I agree with you 100%, Dali. I don't pay attention to, I actually wasn't really paying any attention until last Thursday when Celtic Sheila was on my channel. And Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Sheila. Wow. My views exploded. So did my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that was really fun to watch over the weekend. But I've come back down to earth now. Hey, I love you guys. I am going to do the old VOP phone, huh? You know, I'm going to need to cut this off because I'm getting hungry. I ate at like 4:30 this morning. Those of you who don't know, I get up at 2:30, 3 o'clock every day. So if you don't see me in the chats, like Queen goes live at like 10, 11 at night, sometimes I'm there. But most of the time I'm dead to the world. I'm out by that time. I try to get the whole point is so that I can get my card of the day out on Instagram before, oh, you want Dali's channel? No problem. Um, let me find her. Got to think about what I'm doing. She's actually, if you go to my channel, Geek, in the channels list, she's the third one down. Let me grab it and post it. Share. Here it comes. Copy link. Here it comes. There you go. It also should be in the description box because I remember putting it in there. I know you are. Oh, there you go. Oh, you're welcome, beautiful. You're welcome, my sweet friend. Oh, yes. I don't know what I would do without you. So, yes, yes, yes. Are you a computer geek? I never would have known that, dude. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a good day. Have a good week. What's left of the week? We'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 for the Lightworkers Roundtable with the healing medium Kevin. And thank you so much for subscribing to her. Yeah, growing this channel. That's what the whole that growing that channel. That's so cool. Yeah. This is a good day. This is a good week. Saturday solutions. Video on Saturday. My weekly reading that kind of sums it up for the week. Every week. Every Saturday. I was having it post at noon, but I've actually been managing to get it edited and everything so that I can get it up or get it on there earlier. So, like right about the time I post my card of the day, which is right around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. You've been repairing them machines for 50 years? Well, dude, I've been doing the software end of it since 1983. So I got tickled talking to Danny Shea. Yes, Danny Shea is coming on the Lightworkers Roundtable. Not this month. Actually, he's coming in September. Anyway, we were talking about whether to do Zoom or whether to do whatever. And he's like, well, I'm not. I'm like, dude, I am. So it doesn't matter. You pick it and we'll work. I'll make it work. So Danny's like, well, I prefer Zoom, but then to do your reminders and all that, if you don't have a community page yet, it's kind of a pain to do it in Zoom. So we'll do StreamYard. I'm like, dude, whatever. I can do both. I've done both. When I was going to school, when I was working on my master's, part of the time we used go to meeting, sorry, and part of the time we used Zoom. It just depended. Well, hi, hummingbird. Wow. There's nothing in that hummingbird feeder, darling. I don't put anything in it right now. It's too hot. Sorry, talking to the birds. Hello. She's fine, really. Anyway, I love you guys. Be kind to one another. Be kind to every living thing you come across. And most of all, though, be kind and gentle and caring and tender with yourself. I want you to hug yourself. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, you guys, for coming. I love you so much. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.